As some of you probably know, I started a cleaning service in my hometown of Toronto in 2006, just 3 months after Chad and I started dating. And since then, Clean My Space, which is the name of our service company, has been going strong. And over the years, even though I've written a book about cleaning and I make videos about cleaning, I've got a lot of information about how to hire a cleaning service. And every now and then, you might want to bring somebody in just to supplement the work that you're doing, obviously depending on your budget, or you might be looking to hire someone on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. So in this video, in response to a lot of your questions, I figured that I would put together tips for you on how to hire the right cleaning service. I've got lots of experience in this industry, so let me share those tips with you now. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel and give this video a thumbs up if you want to visit the city of Toronto at some point in your life. When you're looking to bring somebody into your home, what I recommend is always starting by asking for referrals from friends and family. In fact, oftentimes I'll just put something up on Facebook when I'm looking for a referral. Now, the reason this is so important is because a company can really write anything it wants on its website. So they might sound amazing, but are they actually amazing? That's what your friends and family are going to tell you. So go to them as your first point of reference. Take review websites with a grain of salt. You know, happy people tend to not go on these websites and put up reviews. They might be happy, but they don't really feel compelled to do it. But upset people, oh my God, do they have a voice and they need to be heard. And oftentimes people who are really angry, they want to just go online and vent, they want to be heard. Sometimes they legitimately want to ruin the company's reputation. So just be mindful when you're looking at a company's review, if they have a pretty decent score but a few bad apples, that's pretty normal. If the company has all bad reviews, that's a red flag. The other thing to look out for, and guys, this one might surprise you, is a company that has all perfect reviews. That is just not realistic. And in fact, there's a company or two that I know of who are competitors of ours who actually give their clients money to put up reviews. So you can imagine there's a bit of an incentive there for the clients to say something nice, or they'll go around and get reviews in other shady, sketchy ways. And those are the companies that have all perfect 10s. So what I like to do, and this is Chad and I's policy on reading reviews, whether it's for restaurants or Amazon or service providers, we kind of ignore all the perfect reviews, we kind of ignore all the bad reviews, and we look at the middle section. One of the reasons why service companies tend to be more expensive than people who just post up an ad on the side of a mailbox or on Craigslist is because actual service companies should provide bonding, insurance, and workers' compensation. And when you're interviewing a company on the phone or reading their FAQ page, they should definitely mention that they offer that. And if they don't, run in the other direction. Now what that offers, bonding, means that if something gets stolen from your home, there's an insurance policy that will give you back whatever was taken or the financial compensation for it. Insurance means that if anything gets broken or damaged in your home, that the company has a policy that can cover that. And finally, workers' compensation means that if someone gets injured at your home, workers' compensation will take over and pay for whatever their recovery expenses are. Now, if you just hire somebody off of a website where they don't have that kind of protection, or you just bring someone into your home and pay them cash, none of those assurances are offered to you, and in the event that something goes wrong, you're on the hook. I always like to know how long a company has been in business for, and also if they have any professional affiliations or if they've been accredited. So for example, we've been in business since 2006, and we're accredited by the Better Business Bureau. And the way that the Better Business Bureau works is they look at how long you've been in business and how many complaints have been registered under your business, and then they assign you a rating. So anyone can go onto the Better Business Bureau website, they can check out my company or anyone's company, frankly, as long as they're part of the Better Business Bureau, and get that accreditation rating. And that's really important because credibility is huge, especially when you're letting someone into your home with all your stuff. The other reason why it's important to know how long a company's been in business for is because it allows them to have time to establish themselves and work out kinks. And sometimes there are terrible companies, and this actually happened, I know a couple companies in Toronto like this. Terrible reputation. All they do is close down and open up under a new name, but it's the same owners, the same management, and the same business structure with the same terrible service. So really understanding how long that company's been established for, and if they have any accreditations or professional affiliations, can really benefit you as a consumer. I also think it's important to find out if the cleaning service company provides their own cleaning products and tools, or if they want you to provide your own cleaning products and tools. Now, while it might seem more convenient for the company to provide the cleaning products and tools, as far as I'm concerned, I want to have control. And if you guys know anything about me and have learned anything from the Clean My Space channel, you know that having the right products and tools is half the battle, and you know your space. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that, let's say a company supplies their own stuff. Well, how do you know that a mop that was used in house A wasn't cleaned before it was used in house B? Think about a toilet bowl brush. Think about a sponge. I don't know. For me, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. So at my company, we require our clients to provide their own cleaning supplies and tools. We sell starter kits, and we also give them a shopping list so that everybody knows what they need. And we'll also talk them through their space, their particular requirements, and we find out, okay, what are your finishes and what do you need, so we can make sure you're properly outfitted. And that way, our clients know that their stuff is only being used in their house. Is the company that you're contacting an actual service provider, or are they kind of one of those sharing economy websites? So a service provider tends to have a consistent roster of employees that they'll send out on a regular basis, and one of those sharing economy websites, well, pretty much anyone can put their information up on there and get themselves a job. So when we interview, part of our process is doing background checks, police checks, and of course, reference checks. So we know who we're bringing in. But when you're just hiring someone off of, let's say, an economy or a sharing economy website, or if you're just hiring somebody off of Craigslist or something like that, you don't know who they are. And remember, they're coming into your home where all of your valuable, important things are. And if something goes missing, what's your recourse? You want to know who's coming in, how trustworthy and reliable they are, and what you can do in the event that there's a problem. I have so much more to say on this topic, but I didn't want to put it all in the video because I don't want to talk your ear off. But I've got a link to a blog post. I'll put that for you down below up on cleanmyspace.com so you can check out a few more of my tips. And I really hope that these have helped you. And I just want to tell you guys, we are about to hit 11 years in business at Clean My Space in Toronto. And if you want to learn more about the company, you can visit cleanmyspace.ca. And of course, if you want to apply for a job as a cleaning specialist, you can go on that website and apply as well. You know, it's really funny. Now we get a lot of applicants and they know who I am, so when they come into the office, they get really excited, and it's really cute. So yeah, I'd love to meet you guys if you are looking for a job and you're in the Toronto area, but that's not why I made this video. I just thought I would throw that in there. This week's comment question is, what other questions do you have about hiring a cleaning service company or a cleaner in general? Let me know, and I'll do my best to scour the comments. That's one of my little cleaning jokes in there, and give you guys as many answers as I possibly can, or update the blog, or whatever it is that I can do. Here are a couple of other videos I think you're going to love, and if you want to check out that blog post, it's available at cleanmyspace.com. There's a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I always kind of believe that you were either born a clean and neat person or you weren't. And I had put myself into that latter category because by nature, I'm lazy, I'm a slob, I don't like to clean, and my living environment always reflected that. But that's not actually true, because I was able to make some changes in my life, and now I have become a clean and neat person. If it's possible for me, I'm telling you guys, it's possible for you. I never thought I would be this person, but I am now, and it wasn't even that hard. So I'm going to share the little things I do every day that all accumulate and add up to me maintaining a very clean and organized and neat living environment. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because I do videos similar to this all the time. And coming up for the spring, I have a whole spring cleaning series, so get excited for that. And with all of that said, let's go ahead and jump into the video.
So this first one I'm sure you've heard many times before, and that is to make your bed in the morning. I find that when I make my bed, it just starts my day on the right track, and it only takes a couple minutes to do, but it will make your entire room look and feel cleaner. This next habit has probably helped me more than any other one, and that is keeping my countertops clear of stuff. Countertops can just be magnets for clutter that continues to build on itself. So I now have a policy where I just don't keep anything except for the absolute essentials out on my countertops, and everything else has a place in a drawer or cabinet. This is going to make the entire room look so much cleaner to the eye. And when you have a policy that you don't keep things out on the countertops, it becomes really noticeable and obvious when things are left out. And so for me, that's a great reminder and trigger to put things away. So this habit was a total game changer for me, and that is to clean while I cook. So one tip to make this easier is to keep a small container out on the counter just to use as a mini trash can, so you don't have to constantly go back and forth to the trash. I find it's always better to clean something now versus later, because when the later happens, you're probably not going to feel like it and a mess will start to build up. So my goal while I'm cooking is that there's no dead time. So while the water is boiling or something's cooking in the oven, I'm using that time to clean up everything. So once I'm done eating, I don't have to worry about any type of cleanup afterwards. So the one-touch method is pretty self-explanatory. The goal is when you're putting things down, you only want to touch it one time. So wherever you put the item should be its final place rather than putting it somewhere else and having to go back and pick it up later. So when I get home, instead of putting my jacket on the couch, I will think about it for a second. I'll say in my mind, one touch, and then I will put it back in the closet where it belongs. So this one-touch method, it seems really simple, but I'm telling you, if you follow it, it will dramatically change your living environment and how you deal with your stuff. So I'll show you now how it applies to different items. For my mail, what I do now is I deal with my mail right after I get it every day instead of letting it pile up. So what I do is I look through each thing and I sort them into piles. So there's junk mail, there's coupons, there are action items, so those would be bills that need to be paid, or other things that need to be addressed, and then things that just need to be filed for reference, so maybe for tax purposes or something like that. So I sort everything in that moment, and what I do is I'll throw away the junk mail, I will put coupons and action items into a separate drawer, and then anything that needs to be filed, I take them and I file them. So everything is dealt with and there is no paperwork lying around everywhere, which used to be a big problem for me. So as far as boxes go, when I get a package in the mail, I will break it down immediately after opening it and put it in the recycling bin. I don't let boxes pile up. As far as clothes and laundry go, every time I shower or change my clothes, I'll either put the clothing item in the hamper or I'll put it back. So for this, what I do is in the morning is when I will wipe down my bathroom counters. If you saw my bathroom organization video, you saw that I have a whole system for this and a DIY cleaning solution, so that will be linked down below. After eating dinner is when I wipe down the kitchen counters, and I'm telling you, this whole process is really quick to do, but by doing it daily, you're not gonna have to worry about any kind of mess building up, and everything will always look clean and nice. So as for my floors, we have dark hardwood, so it shows every little speck of dirt and dust. So for this, instead of having to vacuum my entire house every day, I just went ahead and bought a robot vacuum. I found one for a pretty good price and it works well. It's super convenient. The only problem I would say is that my poor dog is terrified of the thing. Always used to have a major problem with dishes piling up. So my policy now is that I have to deal with my dishes immediately, so I will put them in the dishwasher, and after the dishwasher is run, I do not hesitate to unload it, because otherwise there's going to be a backup in the sink and the whole problem just starts again. It becomes a cycle. So usually what I do is I run the dishwasher at night and I unload it first thing in the morning, so it's just done with. This last habit is really simple, but also really effective. I notice that if I'm running late, I tend to make a mess looking for things like a human cyclone. So now all I do is I just take a couple minutes the night before to plan out what I'm gonna wear. I set it aside so I'm not in a rush trying to look for things.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I do to keep my house nice and clean and organized. If you guys did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up. I use your engagement and your thumbs up and comments on my videos to decide what I'm going to make more of in the future. So if this is something you want to see more of, definitely let me know. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next week with a new video. Bye!
I take my job on YouTube here pretty seriously, and my job is to teach you guys how to clean like a pro. And you might not know this, but I have a cleaning company. I started it in 2006, and over the years, I've researched, studied, practiced, I've learned a lot from other people, and of course, I've trained hundreds of people and taught them how to clean too. So here on YouTube, I always love sharing with you guys those little pro tips and secrets that have helped me build a company, and of course, clean better, because clearly I had no idea how to clean before I started this company. So in this video, I want to share with you my 7 favorite pro cleaning tips. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel and give this video a thumbs up, because I'm just asking you to. The first tip is cleaning from the top to the bottom and from the left to the right, and you're going to do this simultaneously. When I first started cleaning, I was going all over the place. I was sort of like the Tasmanian devil, and I wasn't getting everything done, and I was spending so much more time, I was forgetting things. It was kind of ludicrous. So when I learned about this top to bottom, left to right business, and I started implementing it, I really noticed a change. And if you don't clean this way now, you should totally give it a try, and it's really easy to do. When I say clean top to bottom, the reason I suggest that is because dust and dirt falls from the top to the bottom. So when you're wiping something, obviously you're going to have schmutz fall from the top to the bottom. So you wouldn't want to clean your counter first, only to clean your cupboard, and then have all the crumbs from the cupboard fall onto your clean counter. Never do that again. Whoever would want to clean a surface twice? And when I clean, I always wipe everything onto the floor because I know I'm cleaning the floor last. Now when it comes to working your way from left to right or right to left, you pick, just be consistent. It means that you're never going to skip a spot. So that way I know every corner, every section of the room is going to be cleaned because I'm working in this consistent manner. And that way when you're cleaning, you always know you have a pattern, you commit it to memory, and you get everything done very efficiently and effectively. So when I first started my cleaning company, I did not follow this information, and I would just continue to run back and forth to a kitchen. And really, it was in my best interest to get the cleaning done as quickly as possible so that I could move on to the next client, or just give myself a break. But either way, when I finally decided to start doing this, I would take all of the products to the center of the space that I was cleaning in that moment, so that way I wasn't running back and forth. It is a big waste of time, and guys, I used to time myself, and it made a big difference. So the next time you're going to clean a particular room or space in your home, get all of the products and tools that you need ahead of time. You can just think about it quickly. Get everything in the center or a very easily accessible space within that area or room, and then get to your cleaning. Before I started my cleaning company and I would watch cleaning commercials, this is what you would see. And you know what? That's not real life, guys. That is not the way it works. Because when I was doing my cleaning company and I did that and wiped, I was like, hello, this product doesn't work. So what I learned by reading the instructions on the back of the product, great idea, is that you're actually supposed to let a product dwell or sit for a certain period of time. And that has two main effects. The first one is that the product will clean something. It just needs time to do its work. So sort of like hair dye. You can't just dump hair dye on your hair and then wash it off and expect to have a new color. It's got to sit. It's got to do its thing. So it's the same thing with a cleaning product. So with a product, spray it on a surface, let it sit. The product will then be able to do its thing. Then you can wipe it off and you'll get those great results. And that goes for DIY products as well as store-bought products. Now the second reason it's important to do this is because if the product has a disinfecting property to it, the product's going to need between 5 and 10 minutes to actually kill that bacteria. So if you're using the product, apply it, let it sit there for a few minutes, then wipe it off. That way you're getting the clean that you want and the disinfecting that you need. Start with the safest, most gentle product and work your way up only if you need to. And this is especially prudent for people with children, pets, asthma, or allergies. I find a lot of people will just go under their kitchen sink or wherever their little cleaning stash is, and they grab whatever product or the super powerful product just to clean that thing that they think is so dirty. The truth is, your house is probably a lot less dirty than you probably think it is, so that's good news. And gentle products can often accomplish a lot of cleaning, so you don't need such a strong product. However, if you're in a situation where, let's say you have a really greasy surface or someone got super sick on the bathroom floor, in that case you do want to use the stronger, more powerful product, but in most cases, the DIY recipes that we talk about or gentle, environmentally friendly products are really efficient and good and safe for you to use to get that cleaning done. When you have a business, you always have these defining moments where little things happen to you that will forever affect the future of your business. So in my case, there was this one time where this lady called me after her cleaning. She was very nice, but she wasn't happy. And she said, look, the kitchen counter at first glance looks really nice, but I've noticed some staining on the kitchen counter. And she had a white counter quite like I do. And I was like, excuse me? I cleaned that kitchen counter myself for like 10 minutes. What are you talking about? Now, clearly I didn't say that to her on the phone. I was very pleasant. But anyway, as it turns out, she kind of crouched down and looked at the counter and noticed that something was missed under her microwave. I was devastated. But after that, I implemented what I now call the eye level test. And what that is crouching down to eye level of the surface that you've just cleaned to have a glance at it and see if anything else pops out at you. Now, when I train my staff, I always tell them, okay, this is the eye level test. Now I want you to go to our kitchen island area and I want you to crouch down and have a look at it eye level. And they do that and they're all horrified, and I make sure it's really dirty that day so that they really get a good idea of how important that eye level test is. Because when you come up and you look at something straight down, it doesn't always look dirty. But when you crouch down and look at it at eye level, you get a whole other story. So when you're cleaning, step up your game and crouch down, check out that surface at eye level. And then there's the famous S pattern. And I'd like to say that I brought the S pattern to the world via this YouTube channel and via my book. The S pattern is a really interesting thing. When I first started cleaning, I was doing the circles because that's what I thought you were supposed to do. You know, like you see your mom do it or you see someone do it on TV and you just think, yeah, obviously that's the way you do it. It's not the way that you clean. So when I learned about the S pattern, it completely changed my results. And I'm going to tell you why. When you clean a surface like this, you're taking a clean cloth and a fairly dirty surface, you're wiping, clean, 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 dirty, 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 and then you keep doing it again. So now you're taking your dirty cloth and you're putting it right back on that clean surface. So you're getting streaks, you're getting marks, you're working way harder than you need to, and you're not getting the results that you desire. Instead, if you use what's called the S pattern, which is when you start at the top right-hand corner of a surface, you swipe all the way to the left, and then you zig and you zag back down to the, Chad is dancing as I'm doing this, guys. It's so funny because he's doing the S pattern with me. It's quite funny. The S pattern really does change the way that you clean. You get less streaks, you're working really about half as hard as you would if you were doing it this way, and you're getting great results. So the next time you clean, instead of breaking out this old circular business, try the S pattern and watch how much quicker and better your cleaning becomes. This is a trick that I learned from home stagers many years ago, because when I used to clean, at the beginning I wasn't quite sure how to make things look tidy. And half of cleaning, especially when you're cleaning professionally, is making something look tidy. So even if you've spent like an hour cleaning something so there's no dust or bacteria left on that surface, it can still look messy if items are scattered. So this parallel perpendicular business is actually really helpful. It makes any surface look super tidy and clean and pleasing to the eye. So not only do you now have a clean surface, you also have a tidy surface. So your space looks super clean. Here's what you need to do. Find your items, pile them up, declutter them, whatever it is, and line everything everything up to the edge of the surface that the item is sitting on, either in a parallel fashion to the edge or a perpendicular fashion to the edge. And that way, you've got these nice, clean, straight angles, and that's very pleasing to the eye, and it looks clean. All of these tips were taken from my book, which is also conveniently called Clean My Space. So if you haven't done so already, you can pick up your own copy, and you can learn pretty much my entire method about how I clean. You guys know I hate cleaning, so I pretty much tell you how to clean without spending all of your time doing it, especially if you're someone like me who would rather be doing pretty much anything else than clean. Now, these books are available at all fine retailers. You can also get them online, Amazon, Indigo, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, all of the, I'm trying to remember everybody, but all the booksellers pretty much picked up this book in North America. You can also get an Audible version or an audiobook version that I narrated, and in fact, I just realized I was wearing this shirt on the first day that I did that narration, so kind of a funny little connection there. And you can even get an e-reader copy as well. So go and find it, I'll put links for you down below. And for those of you guys who have gotten the book, if you could go on Amazon or whatever bookseller you got it from and leave the book a review, I would greatly appreciate that. You guys have no idea how important Amazon reviews are for books. Unless you're J.K. Rowling and you wrote Harry Potter, Amazon reviews make a big difference for an author. So if you guys could do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. I'd love to know in the comments down below, what is your favorite cleaning tip that you've learned from Clean My Space? So often you guys will write things like, the S pattern changed my life, or I love these DIY cleaners. Like, I love hearing these things from you guys, so definitely let me know how we've inspired you to change the way that you clean in the comments down below. Here are a couple of other videos I think you're gonna love, and if you wanna learn more about the book, you can click this button right over here. There's a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you like this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.